field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Let's go now. 8, read. 61, matchbox lights. Ready?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Hey, Charlie.
He'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now it's Peterson. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. A first down throw for Brissett. He completes this one to Mack. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it 2nd down. To throw, Brissett. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. In for the score as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for everyone possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Set from the gun on third. And he's got his man Hilton. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
First down, Brissett. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Strip that ball.
Here's Brissett. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. On 1st and 10, Brissett. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Brissett. It's caught by Funchess. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Brissett again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity in the ball game. They're looking at a first and goal from about the 9. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? And he's got his tight end. That's Ebron, and it's a Colt touchdown. Eric Ebron, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Going up top, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
His guys take over first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor, and he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Brissett. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
On second down, Brissett again. Campbell making the catch. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 22-yard line.
Check three. Watch the safety creep. Check nine.
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
To try again after the sack. Brissett. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away.
You know, when you talk about Jalen Ramsey, if he were a basketball player, you'd be wondering about the matchups for him, right? Where would he play? What would he cover? In this case, he can cover just about anything. I think his man coverage skills are excellent. Even a guy of his size, nearly 210 pounds, look at the footwork, look at the agility there as he drove on the dig route and made a play.
That ball caught by Funchess. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Devin Funchess, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Crosby with the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
X3. 218, chop 5.
2nd and 10. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Back to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Brissett sets to throw it. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Funchess has it complete. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing, Brissett. Complete to Hilton. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, Brissett. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Mack Wilson Coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And it's caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps it.
Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. And the Jags grab it.
Pardon me, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
2nd and 14. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Wait.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. On the return is Peterson. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. Now Brissett. Ebron's got it. A good pickup there at 22.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Brissett now. This is caught. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Eric Ebron, as the first half is winding down, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
That's trash. 6-6, pull it high.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
All day, baby, all day.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Brissett. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with second and a yard. On second down, it's Taylor. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. Third and short yardage, Brissett. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. Brissett now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's first and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell your guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. On second down, here's Fournette. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Hey, Foxtrot. Mike 51. On the ball. Mike 51. Now.
He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Topper! Topper! Hey, Haywood! Let's go. Hit it.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Jabal Sheard able to record his 5th sack of the season. And the Jaguars send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st down, Taylor looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. On 2nd down now, it's Mack. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 3rd down, Brissett. And he's got his man Hilton. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. Brissett now right at the 300-yard mark with still a quarter plus to go. It's 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, and that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw, Brissett. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds. According to the head linesman, incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, Taylor. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will break our tie and give him a 3-point lead. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up. He's got him in, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard.
We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Check 3. Kill.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 2nd and 3. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 56 yards.
That's good for another Jacksonville first down.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. The setup a throw. Flushed out right. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked out by Jalen Ramsey. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have a
That's
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. It's 3rd and long for Brissett. Got an open man. That's Campbell. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Brissett on first down. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, as close to automatic as you can get. 9 out of 10. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. Crosby with the extra point, so it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Jaguars have retaken the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
He'll look to throw. It's caught by Funchess. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. And two big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
29 is the Mike 29.
He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hey, watch this.
61, matchbox, light, hit it.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
Makes it 3rd and 11. Today's final score.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jaguars, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same.